Hi guys, it's Mrs. Holbrook. All right, I'm super excited to continue our shape writing today. So let's look at our directions. It says one, look at your list from yesterday. Well, here's my list. Why don't you go ahead and grab your notebook and have it open, take a look. And then we get to pick one shape to write about. Now, just to give you a heads up, today we're going to write one sentence about each item. And then going forward, we're going to pick our favorite sentence and end up writing a whole story, just like the book Stars was all about that shape. Okay, so we really want things that we think we can expand on and write a lot about. So really look at your different shapes and think, which items are most interesting to you? It might not be your favorite shape, but it's probably the one that's most interesting. So honestly, it's pretty easy for me because I remember when I made this list, the one that was the most fun was when I pictured the beach and I came up with all these circle items at the beach. That made me happy and it made me excited, and that kind of makes me want to write more. So I am going to pick the circle. So in your notebook right now, why don't you go ahead and take a moment, look at your items, and why don't you put like a big circle around the shape in your notebook that you think you want to write about. You can pause this if you want to take a little time to do that. Okay, and then next step, it says we need to write one sentence about each item. Make sure your sentences start with an uppercase and end with a stop sign. So I'm going to flip my page, and I don't want to forget what my items are. So I think I'm going to take my foundations whiteboard because it's right here and just jot it down. I'm going to put a circle so I don't forget my shape, and I'll write beach ball, frisbee, sun. Okay, so this is going to help me remember my items to write about on my next page. Flip my notebook page. Cool. And now I can start writing. So how many sentences will I need to do? We had three items, so I need to do three sentences. I think I'll put a title on the top that says my shape. Circles. Okay, so here's my first sentence. I'll put a number one over here. And my first item is beach ball. So what could I write about beach balls? I'm going to close my eyes and try to picture it. The beach ball. So when I picture the beach ball, I'm picturing like rainbow colors on it. And then let's think about some action. What would you do with a beach ball? Well, I'm picturing two kids playing like volleyball, trying to keep it up. All right, so I'm gonna make a really good sentence here. Just wait. So, um, I'll start with the kids. How many kids? I want to be specific. Two kids. Two kids are maybe um, playing catch, we'll say. Play is the base word, so I'll spell play and then I'll add the suffix ending, ing. Two kids are playing catch in the, ooh, it's going to be a white sand beach. In the white sand with a rainbow beach ball. And I'm going to even add another word to this. I think I'm going to say two kids are happily because they have smiles on their face and they love being out there in the summer. Let me make this a little bigger for you. Okay, circles. Two kids are happily playing catch in the white sand with a rainbow beach ball. So there's my circle item. Let's underline it. Okay, so now let's really brainstorm about frisbee. What do I see when I see the frisbee? Well, I already wrote about two kids. So who else likes frisbees? Dogs do. Okay. So maybe the man, um, instead of saying throw, launched, a better verb, the man launched the frisbee into the waves for the dog to catch in his mouth. I like that sentence. The man launched, aw, aw is A-U, launched And then launched. It just sounds like duh, but I know that's ed. The man launched his frisbee into the waves while the dog jumped to catch it with his teeth. Okay. So sure, I could have just said the frisbee is green. Blah, that's a boring sentence. I want you to try to push yourself and make your sentences a little more detailed and exciting. These are like fourth grade sentences, but I know you guys can do it. One more sentence today. My last one is the sun. Ooh, I can just feel the hot sun beating on my back as I read a book at the beach. Perfect. I felt, because everything I'm doing, well, I did this one in past tense. I did this one right now. That's okay. I'm not writing a story, just sentences. I felt the hot sun beat on my back as I read a book. Okay. So I made all my sentences focused on the beach just because my list was inspired by the beach. Your sentences do not have to go together. If your items are completely different, that is fine. So if I look back at my list, if I had chosen to write about the squares, my sentences would have been totally different. A sentence about a book and weekends in first base. So whatever way you do it is fine. Have fun with your sentence and try to add a lot of details about feelings and actions and what colors things look like. Make them your best sentences ever.